Hey loves, welcome to another pick a card reading, and today's topic is how will your children feel about your person? And shout out to my Dreamer exclusive team for helping to select this topic. And if you'd like to join that team so that you can receive access to exclusive readings as well as help to curate the content on this channel, you can hit the link in the description box, as well as if you would like to uh, look at your monthly zodiac reading, general love or finance forecast for the rest of the year, or get a personal reading with me. The links to all of that can be found below in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance. And on the screen are 3 baby animals. Go ahead and make your selection. If you need more time, you can pause the video. And do keep in mind this reading is general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started for those who chose the baby animal number 1. Okay, so those who chose the first image, how will your children feel about your person? I'm hearing immediately that they will like them. They would think that I feel like your person would make efforts to connect with your children. So I don't feel like it would be a situation where they are. I feel like for this group, most of you have like younger children, school age at least. They don't have to be super young, but they could be like a teenager, but still school age, like maybe 15, 16, something like that. But I'm not getting that they're grown. I mean, some of you probably do have grown children, but if they do, I feel like they still live at home with you. But I just get that your person would make efforts to connect with your children. And I feel like your children would really appreciate that because they would feel included in your relationship, as opposed to someone just coming in and they're just like, oh, that's mom or dad's girlfriend or boyfriend, and, it's just an introduction like, hey, how you doing? But it's no like, the person doesn't try to form any sort of connection or get to know your children. This person is not like that. Your person could have had a past similar to what they're living with you. Like they could have had a stepdad or stepmom. They could have had a situation, if it wasn't like an official stepdad or stepmom, they could have had situations where, their parent was introducing them to like new people that they were dating, but the people didn't make any effort to connect with them. In some cases, they could have even been mean to your person growing up. So it's like it put it in your person's head that if they were to be in the same situation with someone who had kids, that they wouldn't want the children to feel how their parents partner or partners had made them feel. So yeah, it's like they're making an effort because it's like they're remembering the little version of them that wanted like more attention, affection, or more effort on their parents' partner's part. So it's like they're becoming the person that they wished their step parents or their parents' partners were. It's like they're becoming the person they wish they had in their lives in this situation. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, I feel like your child, and I feel like your child, I'm hearing like at first they might act out. I don't know if maybe you all recently got a divorce within the past few years, or if you separated from your child's other parent recently. Or when I say recently, I'm getting like within the past 2 or 3 years. So it doesn't have to be like super recent, but I feel like your child or children could still be adjusting to that breakup or divorce. And you could have not brought anyone home to meet them since. Like you could have been out there dating, but it was nobody worth, introducing them to. And this could be the first person you're bringing home to them after the separation or divorce. And yeah, so it's like your children could be a little salty. Like they don't have the warmest reception initially to your person because they're just like they're stuck on their dad or mom, like they're stuck on their family that they're used to. So I feel like at first they could be a little cold to your person, but I feel like your person would like ignore that and break through their iciness, and again just be very warm and like make efforts to connect with them. And I feel like your child or children will warm up to them as a result of that. They might even like really, really like them. Like, not just like them, but I feel like your children might fall in love with this person. Like, they might fully accept them as like part of the family. And I don't feel like it's going to take too long either. I don't even feel like it's a, because you know how some people they use like material things to like lure children or bait children or like basically get children to like them. Your person might buy your children things, but I feel like what they're mostly gonna do is be like an ear to your children. Like, I don't know, they could overhear your child or your children talking about something in school, and they'll say like, huh, like you went through that too? Like, I remember when I was your age and I went through that, and they're like, really? Your child is like, really? How did you handle it? And then they'll give like your child advice, and I just get something like that. It's like, and I keep saying child, so I feel like for most of you in this group, you have only one child, but you know, you could have multiple. But I get that your person will connect with them on like a level that your child would appreciate. It's not just about, you know, buying them things or doing little cutesy gestures. It's like really connecting with them, listening to them. Maybe your person would even have a certain connection in a relationship with them that you don't have. Like, maybe your child could feel comfortable talking about certain things with your person over you. Because I don't know, it's just something about your person is very relatable to to your child or children. That's what I get. Or they're going to become that way. Because it's like your person never disconnected with the inner child inside themselves. So it's like they're an adult. I'm not saying that they are immature. For some of you, you could be dating someone that's a little younger than you. So it could be a situation where they aren't too far removed from their youth. So it's very easy for them to understand where your child or children are coming from. But for others, it's that your child, like your person, they never disconnected from their inner child. So though they've matured and they've grown, it's a part of them that can still like relate to younger people because they never forgot like how they felt, how they were, how they operated when they were that age. So I just get like they give really great advice to your children. I get that very strongly. They're going to be a very your child or children, they're going to go to this person constantly for advice. Like dating advice, like friend advice, like things when it comes to school. And I guess something about your person could be very creative, and maybe your child or children are creative too, and that could be something they relate on. It's going to warm your heart to see how your person interacts with your children, like how well they get along. Because I just feel like they're going to have their own relationship outside of you that they don't really need. It's like they're not going to really need you to be a buffer or like a intermediary between them to like make things smooth or like avoid making things awkward. And your person is very trustworthy, so I don't feel like you have that kind of worry about like, you know, leaving your child around them, maybe alone, you know, in another like I don't get this kind of issue where you have to worry about your child being left alone with them. I don't know if like there's ever a situation where your child needs to be picked up from school. I feel like you can trust your person to do that and not, you know, be on any funny stuff. Like they are really and I feel like a lot of this has to do with the way your person feels about you. They really love you. And because they love you, they love everything connected to you, including your children. I feel like they already made up their mind that they love your children before they even met them because of how they fell in love with you. I don't really get that your child or children are going to call this person like dad or mom, at least not for a while. I feel like they're going to call them by their name. I don't feel like it's going to bother your person either. Like it's like despite what I'm trying to get at, what I'm sensing is that despite your children calling this person by their name, your person would still feel like they're your children's dad, like or mom. Like they wouldn't I don't know, they would treat your children like their own. There wouldn't be any sort of separation. Like, even if you were to go on to have other kids with this person, they would include your children from the other relationship as if like that's their biological children. It doesn't matter that they don't refer to them as mom or dad. But it may happen that in time, your child or children come around to start calling them that. I feel like they're gonna call them something else though. Like, they have a mom or a dad, and I feel like whatever they call them, they're gonna call your person something else that is also like, for instance, what I'm getting is like they might call their biological dad daddy, and or call their biological mom mommy, and they might, refer to your person as like pop or ma. So it's like a shortened version or like an alternate name for mom or dad that they're used to calling their biological parent. I feel like that they may evolve to that step. I don't feel like either of you are going to pressure the children to call them that. That's just going to be something they kind of come into doing on their own because they start to feel very comfortable. And like I said, they start to really consider your person a part of the family. And it's almost like they start to love them so much that they want to, that they do view them as like a parent, a real parent. So it goes from like having maybe like a friendship connection with your person to then evolve into like, that's pops, that's moms, that's that type of thing I'm getting. So yeah, I feel like it could be a slow moving process for them to get to that level of calling them that, but I definitely get that they will get there. But I feel like it's not going to take them long to like them. I feel like they're going to try to have a icy, you know, the icy demeanor toward your person initially, and I feel like your person is going to break through all that ice, and your children are going to warm up to them very easily, and they're going to build like a friendship, a real solid friendship with each other that eventually evolves into like looking at them as a real parent in their lives. So I don't feel like you're going to have to do like, there are some people that they have to kind of coax the children to, being nice to their partner. I don't feel like you're gonna have to interfere on any level with this. Not on your person's behalf, and not on your children's behalf. Like, this relationship between them is going to form very naturally. And for some reason I was getting the taste of a peach in my head. It's like it was a phantom taste I was getting in my mouth, but it's like in my, I don't know how to explain it. My psychic senses are like crazy. But yeah, I was getting the taste of a peach. And I feel that, okay, there are several messages coming through with that. I feel like it's more of a confirmation thing to let you know this group is for you. Peach could be someone's name or like a nickname. Some of you all could live in the state of Georgia. I also get something about I'm getting that it was a video floating around on social media a while ago where this little girl is arguing, I assume, with like an older sibling or something. And like the sibling is like, you're white. And she was like, I'm not white. And she was like, I'm peach. And like it's just like, look at me, look at, like, the older sibling was like, look at me, look at you, you're white. And she was holding up like a white cardboard. It was like, look at my skin against this, like, do I look like this is white, I'm peach. So I don't know why I'm getting that your partner could be of another race. I'm getting that could be a message for someone as well. Like, you could be in an interrace, like your partner could be of a different race than you, or it could even be that you have like a biracial child, and like your new partner, I don't know, like, it could be several things. You could be of another race entirely, you and your child, and you started dating this person who was of another race. Or it could be that you had a child or were married, you have this child with a person of another race, so your child is biracial, and now you're dating someone who is of the same race as you, so your child looks a little different than you, because they could be like a lighter tone, or like have, lighter features, or just all around different features than you, because maybe they look more like the other parent. Um, so it's like you and your new partner are like, they look different than this. It's like this new family dynamic that you're building with your person. Your child could look like the oddball out because the child doesn't look like they belong to either of you. But I don't feel like that's gonna get in the way or anything. I just feel like that's a message coming through as like confirmation to let you know, like, if you chose this group, it's like extra confirmation that this is for you. But yeah, for those who chose this group, your child is gonna get along with your person, and it's gonna come happen very naturally. It's not gonna be something that they go into it like eager to meet your person. But like I say, your person is gonna break down their walls and like make them very comfortable, and they're gonna form a really tight knit bond with each other that eventually may lead to your person calling, like your child calling them like pop, a mom, or something like that. So yeah, that's what I get for group one. Let's go ahead and move on to those who chose image number two. Give me a moment to timestamp. Okay, so for those who chose image number two, how will your children feel about your person? I'm getting if you have more than one child, I get that like one of them is going to be very distant, and maybe the other or the rest of them, they'll be like cool with your person. And I feel like if there is a child here, yeah, I'm picking up multiple. I feel like there's a mixed reaction here. Like some of your children, like one of your children or some of your children will like this person, and the other will be very distant. And I feel like the distant one is going to be, oh, I was going to say the oldest one, but I heard the middle one. So you could have like three children. If you have like, okay, I'm getting mixed messages again. If you have three children, I feel like the middle one is going to be very distant from your person, and the other two, the oldest and the youngest, will get along with your person. If you have two children, I feel like it's going to be the the baby that is going to be distant from your person, and the oldest will be cool with them. I guess something like the oldest will have an understanding of like your happiness, the importance of your happiness. So I feel like your oldest, most of all, no matter how many children you have, like they will really understand, like they would be happy to see you happy, and they would definitely see that this person makes you very happy. So they would be happy to contribute to that, or like make that process easier for you. And they might even like talk to their siblings who are maybe giving the person a hard time and saying like, look, mom or dad, they're happy with this person, and don't you want to see mom or dad happy? Like let them have this, don't give them a hard time. I feel like your oldest is very understanding, so they're going to get the rest of the kids on board. But I definitely get that there's like a middle one or a youngest one who may like not be with it for a while. Like they're the ones who like when your person comes around and they're like introduced for the first time, they're like not even want to shake their hand, not wanting to say anything. And I'm getting that you might be a little embarrassed at your child reacting like that, because you're like, it's like you're telling your person like, I'm sorry, like they don't usually act like this. I'm getting six. So the child that is, somebody could have a 6-year old, and that could be the one who's giving the problems. But yeah, I feel like your person, okay, I don't feel like your person is doing a whole lot to change the situation though. It's not to say that they're like mean or anything to the children, but I don't feel like they go beyond what's necessary to connect with your children to make them feel included. I don't feel like this bothers the oldest, like I said, because it's like the oldest is just like, I don't feel like your oldest could almost be out of the house, or like your oldest could actually be grown and out the house. So like they don't really care about connecting like that with your person. But like the younger ones might feel away. So like they already have an icy reception. I don't know, your younger kids might sense something about this person. That could be why they're that way. Because I don't really feel like there's a hang up on, like, I just don't want mommy or daddy to date anybody, or, they're not my dad, they're not my mom. I don't really get anything like that coming off the children. It's just they're not really feeling this person. And I'm kind of getting that they're right to feel that way, because I feel like this relationship may not last very long. Like, be mindful of, like, who you're introducing to your kids, because I feel like this may not be a long-term relationship. I mean, it's up to you if you want to introduce temporary people to your kids, but I feel like you would have some kind of feeling or instinct that this person is not the one for you, but you might be trying to push it or like make it into more. And I feel like your younger kids will sense that this person is not for you. Like, I'm not saying your person is a bad person, but they may not necessarily be good either. Your person could be like a cheater or just like deceptive, otherwise deceptive in some way. And so your children, your younger children, they're picking up on that. And because I was picking up a 6-year-old, they're very close to that age where they're still kind of connected to spirit. So yeah, they could be sensing something and they don't really have the words to explain why they don't like this person. They just don't. And it's because they can sense that this person is not for you, that they're deceptive, they're playing you, or something like that. So they might come around to being like a little bit nicer to your person because of the pep talk the older kid gives them. But then it's like, it may be shortly after that you and this person break up. That's what I get. It's like, this is not a long lasting connection here. And I don't feel like that. I feel like that's the reason your person wouldn't be making an effort to really connect with your kids, because they're not really anticipating being around for a long time either. I'm getting, especially because you have kids, this person could not have kids of their own, or they could be absentee parents in their own kids' lives. I'm getting one or the other. So it's like they're not really fond of people with children, but they might be dating you. I don't know, because maybe the sex is good, or maybe they gain something from you, or maybe they just, I'm hearing waste your time. Like, this person is wasting your time. Whatever they're getting from this, it's like they're planning to get it for however until their heart is content and then move on. Like, they're not trying to be here and plant roots with you. So they're not trying to connect with your kids, because that might, and don't take, like, okay, I'm getting that this person may not like people with kids. Like, that may not be their preference. And like I said, even if they have kids of their own, they're not present in their own kids' lives. Like, they don't like kids. Like, it's something about, they feel like kids are a burden. Don't take this person's and it's like they may say something to you very early on about them not liking kids, but then, like, they, you share that you have kids and they all of a sudden change their tune, but they meant what they said the first time. Like, they don't really like kids, but because they like they're planning to gain some, I don't know, like, maybe you have money and this person is like, I don't know, I mean, like, maybe this person needs a place to live. This person could be a hobosexual, honestly, for some of you. So be careful with that. So they might be using you for a place to stay, or like your car, or just money overall, or they might just really just be enjoying the sex between you. So that's what they're hanging around for, despite you having kids. But they're not planning to plant roots here. They're just like, let me get what I get from this and move on, when I'm satisfied enough. Or maybe they find somebody else to replace you. But yeah, don't take on this person's mind. Don't take that person's mindset as like an offense to you, because I don't want you to feel like your kids are a burden because this person, like, your kids are getting in the way of a love connection, because it's not. This person ain't for you. So the fact that they don't like kids and you have kids, that was the number one sign that they aren't for you, because the person is for you, they will accept everything that comes with you. Let me just say that, because I get, like, you don't need to feel guilty. It don't need to be no flowers in the attic situation. If you know what that movie is about. You don't need to, like, be dismissive of your children, or, try to appease this person and push your kids in the background to make this work. This person is not it. They are not it. And I don't, like I said, I don't really like to channel those kind of messages because it's like trying to tell you what to do. But I feel like you already know this. This person would have given you several signs. You would see several red flags already. And it's just a matter of you just trying to, maybe you've been single for a long time and this is the first, person you've come across that you liked, that you feel any kind of something with, and you're trying to just make it into something more. But yeah, I feel like regardless of whatever you try to do here, it's not going to last. Your youngest is sensing that this person is not it. Don't try to force them to like them. Like I said, the oldest might try to coax your younger kids to go along with the program because they don't really care. They just feel like you're happy, and I feel like they feel like because you're happy, you're off their back. So the older kids might have a ulterior motive for like getting the younger kids on board because they're like, look, mommy or daddy is dating, they're off my back, I can have freedom because they're dating. I don't know, like maybe they have more time at home alone, and I don't know, but I feel like the older kids, they aren't, like they're rooting for it because it's for selfish reasons that they're rooting for it. Now that I'm picking it up, it's like you, because you're with them, this person, you pay less attention to them and they like that because it gives them more freedom to like get away with things that they wouldn't be able to get away with if you were still single. And the younger kids, they're just like, nah, I don't really feel this person. They know that. So they may have, I feel like your person and the younger kids, or your kids as a whole, they may exchange very few words. Like it may be like a meeting, like an initial meeting, and then like after that, like, and when they meet, it's just like more of a, hey, this is such and such, and these are my kids, this is such and such, this is such and such, and it's like a shaking a hand and how are you doing. And I feel like it stops there, and every time that your kids see this person after that, it's just kind of a high and a bye. I don't feel like it's ever any really conversation between them. So I don't feel like there's going to be any sort of relationship between your kids and this person, because I don't feel like the relationship is going to go far, first of all. And I don't feel like this person has any interest in connecting with your kids. And your younger kids, they already can sense that this person ain't about nothing. So they're not trying to get close to this person either. So it's like, what I'm getting is that when this relationship ends, it's not going to be any sweat off anyone's back. Like your kids aren't going to miss them. And like this person's going to go on about their business, and it's going to leave room for you to attract the right person in your life. This relationship may go on for like less than a year. If you're already dating this person, I feel like it's going to not last for much longer. But I feel like when it ends, this person is going to do something, like show their true face, or maybe you're going to wake up to see, like maybe you've been putting the blinders on with this person, but I feel like something is going to force you to take those blinders off. And when this ends, you're going to be so happy. I feel like you're going to have a feeling of like you dodged a bullet. So yeah, I don't feel like, again, it's like no sweat off no one's back. Nobody's going to be missing anything here when this goes away. Not you, not your kids. And that person is just going to go on and do what they do. Like, good riddance. Okay, so let's move on to those who chose the third image. Give me a moment to timestamp. I'm immediately hearing Guy's song, Let's Chill. The chorus, let's chill, let's settle down. That's what I want to do. Just me and you. I'm getting those lyrics in my head, but let me see how this applies to your reading about how your children feel about your person. Okay, while that song is romantic, because I'm getting like the more of the lyrics, I'm getting the verse when he says, from the first time I saw your face, I knew I had to have you. It's not, the song has romantic connotations, but I feel like the song, as it relates to your reading about how your children feel, your children are going to feel an instant connection to your person, as if they've known them forever or they've known them before. I feel like you and your person already have somewhat of a soul connection. And I feel like your children or your child are a part of that soul connection. It's like you're all a part of the same soul tribe. So I feel like your child or your children here, they're not going to, it's like they're going to feel like this is the way, it's going to feel very meant to be. And I feel like your person, something about like, I don't know, you may have shown your person pictures of your child or children. And I get like from the first time they saw your children's face, they knew like, it's like they felt that instant connection. Like they already felt like they were their parent. I don't know. It's like they could have had past lives together, your children, and this person could have been like, you know, it could have been a parent child connection between them in past lives because it's like they feel like they know each other already. And yeah, it's like they're just meeting again, and when they see each other again, it's like, hey, like it's like their soul is kind of speaking or communicating on a level like, it's been so long, like how you been, like it's so good to see you, like I'm so happy to have you here. I feel like that's how their souls are going to be communicating when they meet. But yeah, they know it, they have some past lives together, they know each other on a conscious level. Your child may not be able to, you know, translate it or interpret it as that to you, but they're gonna say to you like, mommy, daddy, like I really like them. They're gonna say that, like I really like them and I really like them for you. They're gonna say like I'm really happy. I don't know, like for this group, you could be a single parent. And I don't mean just in the sense of like co-parenting. I mean like literally a single parent where you're raising a child like entirely on your own with no help of another parent. Cause I get like your person comes in and they fill the void that your child has been missing. Like if you're a single mother doing it all on your own and no presence of a father, it's like this person comes in and they fill that fatherly role. Or you're a single dad and been doing it all on your own, this woman comes in and fills, the role of, the mother that they've been missing. So yeah, I don't know what the circumstances are that would have led to you being a completely single parent, but I just get that your child is going to feel like your person is going to fill a void for your child of the parent that they've been missing. That's what I get. I feel like they are going to have no qualms about calling your children, that is, are going to have no qualms about calling your person like mom or dad. They're going to they're going to take to them very quickly, very easily, and so will your person to your kids. Your children are going to feel very safe with your person as well, because I feel like your person is a protector or a nurturer or both. So they feel very loved, very seen and accepted by your person very early into meeting them. I feel like the first time they meet your children and this person might have like a very long conversation. They might have very similar interests, and they might I don't know, I feel like your person, I don't know how this will work. It could go either way. I feel like your person might spot something that your child is doing at the time they meet, or like something that they have, and like, hey, you have that? Like, I don't know, I'm hearing somebody say you play. So it might be like an instrument that your child has lying around, when they meet. Like maybe this person comes to your home and meets the child. Because I feel like you might decide to introduce the child in an environment that they're comfortable with. So I don't feel like you're going to be taking the child out to meet this person anywhere. I feel like you're going to bring this person into your home to meet your children. And like your person might spot, like, and for instance, I was picking up like, do you play? So the person might spot your child's instrument and say like, hey, you play? and your child is like, yeah, do you play? And it's like, are you kidding? Like, I play all the time. And like, they might jump on and start playing. Like, I'm getting like the keys, like they might have a keyboard and they might just start playing or jamming. And like your child gets really excited because it's like somebody who shares their interests. So they might get into a long conversation about that. I'm picking up older kids here. So I feel like this is at least, preteen or older. I'm picking up for the ages of your kids. I'm not really picking up like babies, like young kids. I'm picking up kids who like they have a real sense of who they are. They have interests. They have like their own little lives. They're not in a baby stage at all. But yeah, I feel like you and your person and your children are gonna hit it off like from the first meeting. And the conversation might be jump started by the similar interests, and I feel like that spirals into like more conversation. um I'm seeing like your person and you riding off, like leaving to like after the meeting, like going off alone, like on a date or something. And like your person is just going on and on about how amazing your kid is. I don't know, like they fall in love with your kid immediately. And I feel like they were feeling that way just by seeing like pictures or something of your kids. Like they felt connected to your kids before there was an official meeting, but I feel like the official meeting just kind of solidified what they already felt. So it's like they're going to go on and on about your kids and just like how amazing they are, how how I don't know, like they're going to immediately feel like I'm getting I'm getting an interview Russell Wilson did pretty recently where he talked about when Sierra brought Little Future to meet him and how God told him that that child was going to be his responsibility. I get that. I feel like from the time when your child and your person meet, I feel like your person's going to get some kind of download. They are probably already were getting messages about this. That's why I felt connected to your kids already. But I feel like after the meeting, it kind of like they get more of a download that your child is going to be their responsibility. So even if you're new in a relationship and it's no marriage talk yet, this person is going to be starting to think, I feel like they're already starting to think on that level of marriage, and they're already going to start to think and operate as like a family unit with you and the children. Like they're not going to waste any time like jumping into that role regardless of you all not being married yet. That's what I want to say. So it's like the first meeting kind of solidifies that your child is their child. I don't know, like that's how they're going to feel from the first meeting. It's not going to be a matter of like we have to warm up to each other, because as I said, they both feel like they know each other already from a past life. Like it's not a feeling of I have to, like, you're cool and I have to get to know you and we have to, no, it's like immediate. And your child might even feel like that's my father or that's my mother from the first meeting. It's going to be very weird, but I feel like it might even be like the second time they see your person that your child might even ask your person, like, do you mind if I call you dad, or do you mind if I call you mom? And your person's gonna be like, no, not at all. They're gonna be very flattered by that, because in their mind they already feel like your kid is theirs. They love your child off rip, like their own. It's like they could not love this child more than it's like they would love your child as if they birthed them on their own, or this child shares their DNA. Like they love your child. It's like they feel like they could not love a child more. With this group, I feel like you're going to be introducing more children into the family, so you might be having more kids with this person, but it's like regardless of that, your child that you had from a previous relationship, your person and that child would never break the bond. Like your person will love your child or your children from a previous relationship still the same way, like as if that was their own DNA. the same way they love the kids that do share their DNA. I just get that. That's never going to change. If anything, they might even favor those kids a little, just a little bit more than their own. And it just, not to say they wouldn't love their actual kids, like biological kids with you, but I feel like your children or your child that does not share their DNA in them, and they're going to have such a very, very special connection that exceeds, you know, their connection with the other children. I don't know. It's just, that's what I get. It's like they're gonna, of course, love their own kids, but it's like it's just something like they're gonna really think of your. I don't know. This person might not have kids because I'm getting like they're gonna think of your child, and I feel like you only have one child. You could have more, so apply it however it resonates for you. But if you have like one child, they're gonna think about that child as like their firstborn, regardless of them not technically being their firstborn. They're going to always treat them like that. So it's like nothing that is going, your child, they won't ever deny your child of anything. Your child is going to feel, like I said, that void of a missing parent is going to be filled by this person almost immediately. They're going to take care of them like their own, protect them like their own. And your child is going to really like lean into that as if that is their biological parent. I'm getting a very warm feeling. So a lot of cuddles, a lot of hugs, cheek kisses. I feel like your child is going to go on and on about your person to you as well. Like when you're off with your person's going to be going on about how amazing your child is after the first meeting. And when you come back home, your child could be like, Mom, like, or Dad, I really, really like them. Like they are like, I don't know what it is. I really, really like them. I like, we have so much in common. And I don't know. It's like, I feel like I know them. They might even say, some of them might say something like that. But yeah, this is a very special, like, soulmate bond between your child and your person in this group. Not in a romantic way. I just get all the weird stuff out of your head. This is strictly like parent-child soulmate connection here. Instantly. And when I say your person will literally die for your child, they will die for your child. Like they love them that much. They would lay their life down on the line to protect them. Because again, they feel like this child is meant to be their responsibility. And as crazy as it may sound, that may be the reason why the other parent had to be removed from the picture. Because like spiritually speaking, your person could be like meant to be their parent. And maybe the parent who is their biological parent, maybe your child never really had a real bond with that parent. So while it seemed messed up that you had to endure this on your own and raise this child on your own, it's like what God was doing was making room for their actual mother or father in a spiritual sense to come in. Because I feel like if the other parent was present, the biological parent, it would interfere with this relationship because the biological parent would definitely get jealous and maybe start to cause problems in the, relationship between your child and your person. So it's like God foresaw all of this and he removed that biological parent, however he did. And now it's like their actual parent that they're spiritually contracted to be with is here and they feel complete now. This is so beautiful. This is amazing. You all are going to be an amazing, very beautiful family. Okay? So that's about all I have for you all for this pick a card reading. Again, shout out to my Dreamer exclusive team for helping to select the topic. If you would like to help curate the content that you see on this channel as well as receive access to exclusive readings, you can hit the link to join in my description box, as well as if you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings, general love or finance forecast, you can hit the Vimeo links in the description box for those. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, The link to my website can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance. And I'll be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.